Sound check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Sound check.
Good morning, everyone. If you could please take your seats, we'll get started. Thank you and good morning. Welcome to the 2022-2023 inaugural meeting for Grey County. My name is Tara Warder and I'm the clerk for Grey County. I'd like to welcome our Grey County Council, CAO Kim Wingrove, our senior management team, guests, and members of the viewing public. I call this meeting to order and will now complete the roll call. Councillor Mackey.
Present.
Councillor McKay.
Here.
Councillor Carlton.
Present.
Councillor Pringle.
Present.
Councillor McQueen.
Present.
Councillor Nielsen.
Present.
Councillor Patterson. Councillor Dickert. Councillor Kentner.
Present.
Councillor Keaveney.
Present.
Councillor Body. Councillor Gregg.
Present.
Councillor Milne.
Present.
Councillor Dobreen.
Present.
Councillor Matrosovs.
Present.
Councillor Bourdignon.
Present.
Councillor Eccles. Councillor Hutchinson.
Present.
We have all members present today. I will now recite the declaration of office and ask you, council, to state at the end of the recital, together in unison, if you so affirm or swear. Having been elected or appointed to the office of councillor in the municipality of the County of Grey, I do solemnly promise and declare that I will truly and impartially exercise this office to the best of my knowledge and ability. I have not received and will not receive any payment for the exercise of this office in a biased or improper manner. I will disclose any pecuniary interests in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act and will bear allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III and make this solemn promise and declaration, conscientiously believing it to be true and knowing that it is of the same force and effect as if made under oath. Councillors, do you declare?
I swear.
Thank you. The purpose of today's meeting is to elect your head of council and the Grey County Warden for the 2022-2023 year. It is the role of the head of council to act as chief executive officer of the municipality, to preside over council meetings so that its business can be carried out efficiently and effectively, to provide leadership to the council, and to represent the municipality. The procedures that we will be following to elect the warden are set out in the county's procedural bylaw. The deadline for nominations was November the 29th, 2022 at noon, with 2 nominations being received. I will ask each candidate their intention to run for office. Each nominator of the candidates will then be entitled to speak in support of their candidate. Each candidate who stands for election may also make a presentation to council. The procedural bylaw limits each nominator and candidate to 5 minutes. The election of the warden is by secret ballot, and in accordance with the Municipal Act, each councillor is entitled to 1 vote. Each candidate will pick a scrutineer. As there are 2 councillors running for office, if there is a tie, I will place the names of the candidates on equal sized pieces of paper and will select an individual to draw 1 name out of the ballot box, and that person will then be declared warden. I now need a motion to elect the warden for a 1-year term. That is moved by Councillor Keaveney.
Yes.
And seconded by Councillor Dobreen. Thank you. All in favor of that motion? Is anyone opposed? That motion is carried. Thank you. We'll now confirm the nominations that we have received. We received nominations in writing as follows: for Councillor Brian Milne, moved by Councillor Patterson and seconded by Councillor Gregg, and for Councillor McQueen, moved by Councillor Matrosovs and seconded by Councillor Nielsen. Councillor Milne, do you wish to have your name stand for Grey County Warden? Thank you. Councillor McQueen, do you wish to have your name stand for Grey County Warden?
Well, I'd like to thank my nominator. I thank my my nominator, Councillor Mastersoff, for nominating me, and my Councillor Nielsen for seconding my nomination for warden. At this time, I feel my time is needed in my own municipality of Grey Highlands. We have 3 newly elected councillors, and I will be declining my run for warden at this time.
Thank you. So I would do confirm for the viewing public that Councillor Milne did let his name stand and Councillor McQueen has declined. We do have one candidate running only. So I will now ask Councillor Patterson, followed by Councillor Gregg, to provide comments in support of your candidates.
Madam Clerk, members of County Council, past wardens, CAO Kim Wingrove, department heads and staff, and invited guests. First, let me say that it is a special honor to be asked to place before council for nomination as warden the name of one of our peers. I have the greatest respect for elected officials who make the decision to offer to serve as Chief Executive Officer of the corporation and head of County Council. Since 1852, councillors have come forward to offer their leadership to the county. And so it is that today I present to you for nomination the name of Brian Millen, Mayor of the Township of Southgate. Brian was born and raised in Dromore in Southgate Township. He is a fourth-generation farmer and a small business owner. Brian is a graduate of the Ontario Agricultural College. He married Debbie 36 years ago, and they have 3 grown children and 2 grandchildren. Brian was first elected to Southgate Council in 2003. He has represented his community twice as deputy mayor and mayor. Brian has served 3 terms on Grey County Council and was honored to be elected warden of Grey County in 2014. Brian's community involvement is recognized and respected. It is a core strength of the Millen family. At various times over the years, Brian has served on numerous boards and committees, such as the Grey County Federation of Agriculture, the Amos Presbyterian Church, the Dromore Cemetery Board, the Durham Hospital Foundation, the Wellington Healthcare Alliance Hospital Board, the Guelph Wellington Ontario Health Team Governance Council, and the Egremont Optimist Club. I know that Brian will be a respected representative of Grey County at all official functions, whether here in our county, at conference meetings, or in meetings with ministers at Queen's Park. And I am confident that he will build on the momentum to continue to work in the best interests of Grey County to see us prosper and grow. It is my honor and privilege to place before you the name of Brian Millen to serve as warden of Grey County during the 2023 term. Thank you.
Good morning, county councillors, past wardens, madam clerks, staff, and ladies and gentlemen joining us today. It is my great pleasure to second the nomination of Councillor Brian Milne for Grey County Warden 2023. Always viewing municipal councils from a distance while I grew up, I do recall when Councillor Milne positioned himself in a county councillor seat in 2006. Individuals with that much passion get noticed. Councillors with that much compassion get respected. Brian served Grey County as warden in 2014. During that tenure, he was committed to enhancing relationships between the county and Indigenous communities, an ongoing responsibility. Brian was a supporter of enabling high-speed expansion throughout Grey County, infrastructure investments leveraging our ability to locate residents here to both work and play. Having served on county council, county committees, as well as the Board of Health, Councillor Milne offers significant experience and is extremely informed of our strategic plan pillars, being community services and people, protecting our environment for future generations, the provision of economic development and planning services to support residents and businesses, and to excel in service and governance. As a young man, Brian liked big equipment. He wanted to drive big trucks, big buses, and big tractors. Brian has demonstrated in his professional life and in his political career, he also enjoys big challenges. Councillor Milne has performed as part of a team in Southgate to respond to various obstacles and opportunities, most recently the rapid growth in Dundalk. Brian advocates to push the limits, keep advancing, to get involved, and to participate. Our council will endure challenges, realize successes, and aim to achieve goals which benefit the next generation. We can be confident in the determination and tenaciousness of Councillor Milne to steward Grey County through challenges, to achieve successes, and to embrace change. I am certain that we as a council in 2023 will work well together under the leadership provided by Brian Milne. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm pleased to announce that the warden for 2022-2023 is Councillor Milne. If I could ask the nominators, Councillor Patterson and Councillor Gregg, to accompany Councillor Milne up to the podium, please. Stay here, oath of office, please. Hold on.
I, Brian Milne, having been elected or appointed to the office of Warden in the municipality of the County of Grey, do solemnly promise and declare that I will truly, faithfully, and impartially exercise this office to the best of my knowledge and ability. I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of this office in a biased, corrupt, or any improper manner. I will disclose any pecuniary interest, direct or indirect, in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act. I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III, and I make this solemn promise and declaration conscientiously believing it to be true and knowing that it is of the same force and effect as if made under oath.
So I will now ask Past Warden Eccles to please come up and present the chain of office.
Sir.
Really? Press are still giving orders.
Warden Milne, I will now pass the gavel over to you and you can chair the rest of the meeting from the podium.
Well, thank you all. Thank you all for coming. Breathe. Council colleagues, municipal staff, ladies and gentlemen, together we are stronger. When I saw and heard Savannah Myers and Steve Furness's economic development presentation at council orientation, I thought, wow, we really are crushing it here in Grey County. New people, new ideas, new investment, alongside the commitment of folks that have been here for generations. Truly a winning combination. We need not fear for the future. Together, and with some considerable determination, I think, we will strive to keep our sights on the goals set by this council. We here in this room are the stewards and beneficiaries of what must certainly be the best county in Ontario, if not Canada. We are rich in natural resources, fertile farmland, spectacular landscapes, abundant clean water and air, bracing winters and the best summers anywhere. Yes, Grey County is rich in natural resources, but what makes this county truly wealthy are the human resources, the people who choose to make this area their home. I see people from every walk of life who are committed to this community, to doing their part, to working to make a better life for themselves and those around them. Together, we are stronger. But after almost 3 years of pandemic supply chain issues and a huge employee demographic shift and inflation levels not seen in decades, things have been turned upside down. The cost and ability to supply services, including everything from snow removal to long-term care, continues to challenge us. Yet we are a resourceful, resource-rich county. We can master these challenges. It will take focus and commitment and courage. We need to be powerful and persistent advocates for Grey County. We must hold other levels of government accountable. Blindly following and accepting announcements from Queen's Park and Parliament Hill is a recipe for disaster. We must push back when necessary. We must be prepared to pound on doors and insist our place at the policy table and our share of the financial pie. Ottawa has responsibility for all Canadians. Toronto will do what they think is right for Ontarians. But here in this room, we have only one care: the well-being of the people of Grey County, the people who are here now and those who will be here in the future. That means as council, we must be diligent in getting full value for the tax dollars we collect and spend. We must determine priorities. We can't be everything to everyone. And so we must work very hard to do the right things, the best things, to be just and to be fair. We need to be a strong partner with our lower tier governments. Together, we are stronger. We can look to the past for inspiration and guidance. We have a proud legacy of past councils asking the right questions and making the right decisions, whether we agree with them or not. More than ever, we need a collaborative approach in the years ahead. We need to start looking over the fences and realizing that what is good for Grey County is good for Owen Sound or Southgate or Chatsworth or Blue Mountains. Conversely, what is good for Grey Highlands or Meaford or Georgian Bluffs or Hanover is good for Grey County. except for West Gray. We don't care about West Gray. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We love West Gray. We love West Gray. We really do. In Gray County, we have a strong sense of community, of helping one another and those most vulnerable, of thinking about how we can contribute to the greater community, the greater good. Included in our community, of course, is a strong, understanding, and conciliatory relationship with our First Nations partners and neighbors. Continuing to build and strengthen that relationship is important. I want to thank my fellow councillors for your confidence in electing me to the honored position of Gray County Warden. Special thanks to my nominators, Sue Patterson and Scott Gregg. This is a job I'm prepared to commit my energy to so that Gray County continues to grow and prosper. Final thought. Tradition is a powerful and funny thing. G.K. Chesterton once wrote, "Tradition means giving votes to the most obscure of all classes, our ancestors. It is a democracy of the dead. Tradition refuses to submit to that arrogant oligarchy who merely happen to be walking around." I care deeply about Gray County and the people in it. We should not and will not ignore the history and traditions of our ancestors, but we need not feel to be bound by them either. All of us just need to do what is right. Together, we are stronger. Thank you. So I need a motion to adopt the warden's address. Councillor Mackey, second. Councillor McQueen. Discussion? All those in favor? That is carried. I need a motion to destroy the ballots. Well, I guess we didn't have any ballots, did we? So we don't need that motion. Okay, we'll strike that. Ladies and gentlemen, would you join me in rising while we sing "O Canada"? Oh.
With glowing hearts we see the rise of true north, strong and free. From far and wide, old Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, we stand on guard for thee.
So the clerk has given me the latitude to make a few remarks, so maybe I will just briefly. I want to acknowledge Councillor DeBreen, the Deputy Mayor of Township of Southgate. I look forward to Barb and I working together over the next year. And I'm sure, I know I have the support of my council, and I'm sure they'll be supportive. I'm hoping so anyway. Also, I want to acknowledge my good wife, Debbie. She's in the audience today, and our neighbor, Heather. Thank you for coming, ladies. And in fact, I want to acknowledge all of the spouses who have come out today. Former Warden Al Barfoot is here. Thanks for coming, Al. Former Mayor John Woodbury is here. Oh yeah, there he is. There, yeah, thank you. And oh, Arlene Wright. Hi, Arlene. Great to see you. Sorry, I didn't see you there. Chris was in front of you. That's all right. So that's all I have in terms of remarks. So all we need now is a motion to adjourn. Councillor Mastrosovs and Councillor DeBreen. All those in favor? Thank you so much. Everyone is welcome. Where? Right. Right, I'll let you share. That's a lot of information.
Thank you. To guests and staff and counselors, please feel free to stick around in the chambers and you can mingle with one another, and then council and staff will be proceeding along with councils plus ones down to the lunchroom at 11:40 for lunch.